So this loot haul here, over 60k in value, a tempest, a wolf pack, vita spray, a bunch of just useful grenades, meds and stuff. All of it is from a single room. It's from 4 containers in that single room. And it's a room that you can go into every raid, uncontested, because no one ever goes there, without needing a key, without needing to solve a puzzle. And it's honestly, relative to the investment in looting it, probably the best loot spot in the game.
And you guys are lucky I care more about helping you all get ahead than I do about hoarding this secret to myself.
Hello then, my fellow raiders. I hope your fight with the Ark goes well, and after today it should go a lot better. Because I'm going to unlock the secret of the fuel rod for you guys. See, there are many types of loot room in Ark Raiders. There are ones you solve puzzles for, like on Bluegate. There are the obvious key rooms that you find and unlock. And then there's even things like the security breach security lockers. But did you know the fuel rod can actually be used to get into a real juicy spot? So first and foremost, let's talk about the fuel rod, because the investment to have an endless supply of them, which basically translates to an endless supply of keys for this room, is really cheap. You only need 2 advanced electrical components and 2 arc circuitry. Now, of course, you also do need your refiner to be at level 3, otherwise you have to just find them. That is an important step, but I think a lot of us are getting there. It's not one of the trickiest stations to get maxed out, and we do have a very smooth guide for how to quickly get a max level workshop that I'll link down below. It's certainly a hell of a lot easier than investing 36 points into Red Tree. In any case, yes, 2 arc circuitry and 2 advanced electrical components, which basically means that you can make this from a combination of things you can refine and therefore basic crafting materials, arc alloy, which you have in spades because every arc drops it, and then buyables from seeds via Celeste. You don't need to do any kind of special farming, you don't need to get lucky, you just can make them and make them and make them from essentially, well, the raider screen. So once you have a fuel rod then, well, you want to head to the damn battlegrounds. And ideally you want to be doing this at night, just so loot is a lot better. And the great thing about this run is the extract is next to the loot room, so you can get out of there with your goodies very much quickly, even though it's night. This one is always going to be there for you. So where are we headed? Well, make sure that you bring 5 adrenaline shots so that you can spam use them every time you get low on stamina, so you can just permanently sprint until we get to the location from wherever you spawn. I will be showing you 3 back-to-back runs here, what I got from them, including 2 of them where I spawned a mile away, but it doesn't matter, you can get there in a couple minutes from anywhere. And where there is the power generation complex at the northeast of the map. And we are heading to where I have got the ping here, sort of ish the bottom right of it. Now you can follow me as I run inside the building, and one of the easiest ways to get to it is to just drop down into the corridor from any of the above ground, and you'll already be nearly there. What you're looking for is a side room that has a very special door in it. And that door, once you walk up to the button, you will see requires 1 fuel rod to open. And this is it. This thing is actually incredibly worthwhile, and I think a lot of people haven't given it a go because until refiner level 3, a fuel rod is a very rare, potent find, and it's used to craft a lot of really good things. But once you can start having such an easy supply of them, which you can with refiner level 3 and the materials that actually go into crafting them, and it's not even like you need to find a blueprint for it, well then you can start just chain doing this run. You're seeing now what I found in here the first time, and how this room is generally structured then. Every time you go in, the chairs and the table to the left will be covered in various types of grenades and ordnance, and that's really, really useful. We see wolf packs all the time, but the entire cavalcade is here. You've got showstoppers and trigger nades, and honestly, it's a really good little arc-killing package. 9 out of 10 times, you get enough grenadage here to go take down, or at least severely dent, a big arc, which you could add as an extension to this loot run if you bring in a little yourself too. But after that, you have yourself 4 red lockers. Now, it is possible, I would guess, that you might get less than 4, but I have done this about 10 times and I have never seen less than 4. And these lockers are really, really special. A couple of them will just kind of have normal whatever loot, but one of them every time always seems to be like the treasure trove. And in that treasure trove, you will get some rare stuff. And a lot of that rare stuff is very good guns, blues and purples. And that is very, very tasty. You are, of course, seeing it happen in the background and can judge for yourself. But I think it is very inarguable and clear that the value you get for the input of a fuel rod here is exceptional. Especially when it's at nighttime. This thing is worth running on repeat, and once you have completely cleaned out the room, you want to get the most valuable finds, of course, in your safe pocket, and a lot of the stuff in here is high-value medical loot. Your Rita sprays, your tier 3 bandages, that is very consistent too. Basically, some valuables, high-tier weapons, high-tier meds, high-tier grenades, which is just a great little package to get gifted. Make sure you've got at least a tier 2 looting augment, so you can put a couple of the best finds into your safe pockets, and then we are heading to the extract that is near to us. You can just leave the room, move into the next room, up the blue stairs, and be careful in this room, there can sometimes spawn a turret in here, so to check, alongside with the usual handful of poppers and burners and ticks that you'll get actually in the building on the way to the fuel rod room. And then we have the extract of choice right there, and this one generally is going to be the longest lasting on the map, even though it is nighttime. That said, I have ran this during the day as well, and the loot remains incredibly stellar. You don't need to wait until night, but if you're going to put in your power rods anyway, there's no kind of reason not to. So whenever the damn battlegrounds is at night, just grab 3-4 fuel rods, and make sure when you go in, you put the fuel rod in your safe pocket, just in case something goes wrong on the way to the room. You don't want to lose it. It's not crazy expensive to craft, but it is annoying if you completely waste it, essentially. So put it in your safe pocket and adrenaline stim your way to the fuel rod room, and you can do that 3-4 times in any given night window and get a huge injection of stuff, as you're seeing with my various loots of the room. That's kind of all there is to it. I know this isn't hugely complex or anything, but hey, I don't see anyone talking about this. It's never open or looted, no matter when I get there. And again, I'm really shooting myself in the foot by spreading this knowledge, but here we go. And you will find it's an incredible output to input loot source for some very much well needed things. In any case then, let me know what you think. Good luck if you do pay to visit, and for now, like you've enjoyed this, subscribe and hit the bell for more. Consider supporting the future of the channel on Patreon down below, and until we meet again, a goodbye.
Josh, Cotton, and Hollow with the videos, dropping the humor like a hammer on your tippy toes, bringing entertainment on a daily arrangement to take our insanity and turn it into entertainment. Yes, I said entertainment twice, to reiterate that it is nice to look into your faces on a mostly daily basis when you let us in your homes to make the whole world a stage. Goodbye.